Oh my God, oh my God, oh my God. This is crazy. This is crazy. Are y'all with me? Hello, hello, hello. This is Warren Redlick. This is an unusual live stream today. I have some really exciting news for me. The exciting news is, and I'll do this again in a minute, but I'm buying a Tesla. There was an auction today. Omar Qazi, who I'll show you really quick. This is Omar Qazi. Omar was one of the key interviewers in Third Row Tesla podcast. He's interviewed Elon a couple of times. Omar is selling his Tesla Model 3 long range, the car right behind him in that image. And I'm buying it. There was an auction today and I won the auction. I am buying. He's Holmar's catalog, Holmar's blog on Twitter. Great guy, really love him. True warrior for the Tesla cause. And I am pleased to report that I won the auction. I had the bid for $420.69, but I got outbid. I got bid up to $44,069. And thank you, everybody. So I'm really excited. The plan is I was already going out to Texas. For people who follow this channel, I was already flying. Thank you, everyone. I was already planning to fly out to Texas to visit. I'm not planning to. I bought tickets. I've a reservation for a place to stay in Starbase, and I haven't made reservations yet in Austin, but I'm going to Austin as well. Going to Starbase, going to spend a few days there. Going to Austin, going to spend a couple days there. Then I'm going to fly to Los Angeles. I'm going to pick up Omar's car, take him out to a really nice sushi dinner, unless he wants to have something else, whatever he wants to eat. And then I am going to drive back to Florida, long drive back to Florida, but I'm going to have FSD, which is going to make the drive much, much easier. Probably have to stop about every 4 hours to recharge at a supercharger, and figure maybe I can do 12 hours a day and I'll be back home in about 3 days. That's the ballpark plan. Really excited about this. Yes, it has FSD. Technically, it has FSD beta. I don't think I get to keep the beta, but it has FSD. I'm really looking forward to this. For those who don't know, my brother lives in Los Angeles, actually not very far from where I think Omar lives. So I will fly out to LAX, visit my brother, visit with Omar, pick up the car, maybe spend a night or two in Los Angeles, probably not too long. I need to get back to Florida, and then the long drive back to Florida with the beautiful new car. Beautiful old car. It's about 70,000 miles. It is a long-range version of the Tesla Model 3. Has about 300 miles of range left in it after, 70,000 miles. It's lost a little bit of range. So I'll definitely be making videos of meeting with Omar, of, the drive back, of FSD at work on the interstate highway. Long, long drive. So it's going to be really nice to have the car driving for me. Really excited to get this home. Medium-term plan. I am planning to get a Cybertruck sometime next year. When the Cybertruck comes, I hand the Model 3 to my kid. My kid will get my current car, and then when the Cybertruck comes, we'll get rid of the old car, the old gasoline car, and my kid can take the Model 3. Unless I don't want it. We'll see. Yeah, I should mention let me go through this again. So for those who just tuned in, I won an auction today. I am buying Omar's Tesla Model 3 long range. This is a classic Tesla Model 3 from 2018, long range, featured in many of his videos showing FSD beta at work. I won the auction. I had bid for $42,069. I was in $420.69, but unfortunately I got outbid, so it got bid up to $440.69. So I don't know what you smoke at 440, but I guess this is what happens after 420. So I won the auction. It was a Clubhouse conversation while it was going on. That was a lot of fun. The vehicle has Elon Musk's signature on the visor. So this is a nice little touch. Elon Musk actually signed Omar's visor of the car. I am getting that car. Totally stoked about that. Again, this is Omar Qazi. This is Omar. Omar was kind enough to come on my channel when I was at a much smaller channel. We did an interview. It was over a 2-hour-long interview. If you search my channel for Omar, Qazi is Qazi. If you search my channel for him, maybe I'll put a link in the description below. I didn't think of it, but long interview, great conversation. Omar has a lot of big ideas about where Tesla's going. He's great to talk to. So, no, FSD does transfer to the buyer. It doesn't. If you sell FSD back to Tesla and buy a new Tesla, you don't get You don't get FSD on the new Tesla without paying for it. But if you sell your Tesla with FSD to another buyer, they get to keep FSD. That is the way it works. So let me just check the chat here. I don't know. So I'm really excited about this. This is going to be a lot of fun. It has FSD, full FSD. Currently it has FSD beta. I don't think I get to keep FSD beta, but I get to keep FSD. Really trying to figure out what the plan is coming back. I may come straight back to Florida, stopping a few, couple nights. So I had one thought about sleeping in the car one night just to experience sleeping in a Tesla. I reached out to a company that sells trailers that are optimized for electric vehicles, polydrops, and maybe they'll agree to let me take one home with me for, featuring it in the videos. I think the real value, I think this was a real steal, by the way. If you shop right now, if you go online, go to tesla.com or go to cars.com and you try to find a 2018 long-range Model 3, it's hard to find them. They're not cheap. And then you throw in FSD. FSD right now is worth $10,000. So so I only paid a deposit right now to the auction site. I haven't had to pay for it yet. I do not plan to sell any Tesla stock to buy it. I have other resources that will enable me to buy it. I don't think I'm going to take out a loan. I think I'm going to pay cash. I have other assets I can sell in order to buy it. Let's see. Yeah, beta 10 is coming. I think Elon tweeted that beta 10 is coming soon. I don't know if it's next week, but I don't know if they're going to let me have beta. I would love to have beta. That would be great. I'm not sure how that would work, but we'll see. So anyway, I'm really excited about it. So just made $1 million. I don't know if I made $1 million, but I mean, so really excited about this. I'm going to have a lot of fun. So the plan is get to Los Angeles, take Omar to dinner the next day, probably because I'm probably going to get in late. Pick up the car. Not sure whether Omar's going to ride with me part way to maybe Vegas or something. My brother lives in LA. Maybe I can talk my brother into riding me a bit of the way. Wife seemed okay with it. Thanks for asking, Zoltan. Wife seemed okay with it. My first Tesla, yes, Mock. So yeah, so driving back, I think there's a lot of potential to show people who haven't. Yeah, there's a lot of videos. I'm kind of think like, well, wait a minute. I'm not really here's a Tesla channel, right? I'm like a talking to the camera channel, I'm afraid. But I'm gonna think about how am I gonna video this experience? Where am I gonna go? Am I just gonna go straight across? Am I gonna stop somewhere on the way? I've got friends I can visit on the way, so maybe I go a little out of the way. Thank you. I'd like to thank everyone for the financial advice. When do I think Model Y will have 4680 cells? I think it might have them right from the get-go. I think there's going to be two versions of Model Y coming out of Texas. I think there's going to be a 4680 version right away. Anything I want to buy for my Tesla? I haven't thought about camera equipment. I should ask Omar what he uses for his. Did y'all vote today? I don't know. What would we vote on? I don't even know there was a vote. Oh, was that the California vote? Anyway, so what would I want to get? I'm thinking about getting a trailer. So I'm seriously thinking about getting some kind of trailer to tow. There's a trailer, ideally something that, one of the things I'm really interested about doing videos in the future is the impact of a trailer on range, because electric vehicles, including Teslas, are somewhat range sensitive. So what impact will a trailer have on the range? So it's going to be interesting to see if I can at least test drive a trailer with it or something. So, yeah, no, so it'd be driving to Florida. That's actually one of the questions, is if I set it to drive to Florida, how many disengagements will I have on the trip? You figure probably going to go 4 hours between stops, between supercharger stations, roughly 4 hours. So you figure I drive 12 hours a day. Maybe I can pull 16 hours one day, but probably 12 hours a day. It's a 40-hour drive, so figure 33 days, 36 hours. Just over 36 hours. Maybe I'll go 16 hours on the last day to get home. Plus, you got to figure 20 minutes to stop and charge, 20, 30 minutes to stop and charge. So I'll probably only manage 12 hours driving a day, 70 miles an hour. We'll see how long it takes to get back. Probably a little over 3 days then. Thinking about maybe one night I sleep in the car on a campground or something, or in a truck stop or Walmart parking lot. I don't know. A lot of different ideas. So, did I see Elon's new tweet? I haven't seen his. I check Elon's tweets all the time, but I didn't see whatever the latest one might have been. I'm actually working on a video about some tweets that Elon's had. Uh, the next video I do will probably be Elon versus Bezos. I have this whole idea for that. No, this is after the Austin trip. I suppose the theory could be that I fly out to LA, pick up the Tesla, and drive it back to Austin and Starbase. But I already have the trip planned to go to Starbase and then Austin and then fly back home. And the flight home is really cheap. And I think it's probably good to take a few weeks to get this settled. Since I already had the trip planned, I don't think it makes sense to go before. I got some other things I need to do. Well, so KevZ says trailer will cut the range in over half. So it depends what kind of trailer. So I think one of the questions I think is really interesting for Teslas is what kind of trailers have less impact on range and what kind of trailers have more impact on range. So if you have a full size, large trailer that's 10 feet high and 8 feet wide, then yeah, they're going to suck a lot of range. And let's say it's a boxy trailer, right? But if you have a teardrop style trailer that's much lower to the ground, so maybe it's only 6 feet high and maybe it's only 6 feet wide and maybe it's aerodynamically designed, maybe you only lose 20% of range. That's the interesting question I don't know the answer to. Oh, Bezosu, yeah. So I'm going to be doing a video about that. So I just have a whole bunch of ideas of what can I do with this experience. How can I, number one, how can I enjoy the experience, right? I'm gonna guess that driving. Maybe I'll be on Clubhouse a lot, talking while I'm driving. Maybe I'll be listening to music. Maybe I'll get somebody. Hopefully I'll get my brother. I have a friend who already offered to ride the whole drive with me, which I don't know if it's fair to inflict that upon him. But I haven't figured out exactly what I'm doing, so I don't really feel comfortable locking down somebody's going with me. Yeah, he does not have a trailer hitch already installed. I am probably going to have a hitch installed. I don't know if I'll have it done in LA. Depends if I can arrange a trailer to drive back. The problem is if I drive the trailer back, the trip's going to take longer. So I'm not so sure I want to do that. So we'll see. I actually have this plan I think it's going to be in late October. I'm going to be testing out a particular trailer about 4 hours from where I live in Florida. There's a company that does a trailer that I think is really, really good for Tesla. So I'm going to try that out. Oh, maybe I should get Omar to sign the Tesla, the visor too. I might be able to pull that off. That's not a bad idea. Sell Amazon stock. I'm not selling my Amazon. Look, Bezos sucks, but I'm not selling my Amazon stock. It's a tricky one. I'm a Bezos fan too. I'm an Elon fan, but I'm also a Bezos fan. I'm a little annoyed with Bezos right now, what he's doing with SpaceX and Blue Origin. Yeah, it's about 2,700 miles is correct. 2,700 miles is roughly what I measured. I may go a different route. I may go as far as 3,200 miles. I've got a place I might want to go out of the way, make that decision sort of last minute, whether I'm going to go an extra 6 hours out of the way or something. I actually thought about driving up to South Dakota to pick up a trailer, but I think that's foolish. I don't think it's going to be worth $1 million, no. And I'm not buying it for that reason. I'm not really buying it for the signature. I've been shopping for a used Tesla Model 3. Model Ys are unavailable. Model S's and Model X's are too expensive. So I've been looking online for Tesla Model 3s. Figured I'd get one that's a couple years old. I don't want a standard range plus because the range is just too short for purposes like going on long trips. This one's going to have about 300 miles of range after the aging. So I don't think I get the beta. I'll see what I can do. I have a contact at Tesla. Maybe I can get them to let me keep the beta, but I don't think I get to keep the beta. But hey, I'm going to be driving it across the country. Let's see how many interventions. Maybe they'll go for it. I don't know. I have somebody. I'm going to ask them about it. I'm going to make my request. Hey, I'm buying Omar's Tesla. It's got beta. Can I keep the beta for the drive home? We can test how many interventions. I'll make videos. I don't know how much video it would be, like 40 hours of video. 40 hours of driving video. God, that's going to be boring. I don't know how you would display that. Even if you sped it up to 20x speed, it would still be 2 hours long. Go to Sedona. I'm 55 years old. I've got friends all over the country. I've got friends in near Tucson. I'm probably going to want to go to Tucson on the way home. That's, I don't know if I'm going to need to stop in Texas because I'm already going to been in Texas, but I'm going to be going through Houston on the way back probably. And I went to college in Houston, so Houston would make sense. And so people know, I have a Cybertruck order. I actually have a Model X Plaid order. The Model X Plaid would be delivered in April. So there's going to be an interesting question about whether I'm going to get the Model X Plaid in April. Now that I'm going to have the Model 3, I'm a little less likely to buy the Plaid Model X. But then the Cybertruck is coming whenever it comes. And once I get whichever the next vehicle is, then this vehicle goes to my kid. You get back from this trip, you'll pull into the driveway as your Model X Plaid becomes available. I doubt it. No, Model X Plaid is not going to be available till April at the earliest, I think. Terms of beta. I wasn't going to live stream the drive. I was going to record the drive and replay it. And you get back from the trip, pull in the driveway. 44,069 was a steal. Yeah, I when I priced these out, I was pricing out Model 3s, and I was typically seeing close to $50,000, and that was without FSD. So, I mean, I think FSD is worth $10,000 right now, so this is crazy. I did not ask my wife before bidding. I told my wife, and she was not upset. LA to Tucson is 3 supercharger stops. Thank you, Neil. All right. Any thoughts on the ridiculous amount of info? Oh, NHTSA. So NHTSA made some requests to Tesla. It sounded like they wanted all the driving data, all the data from all 2 million all 2 million vehicles Tesla has made since 2014. Which I don't know how long it's going to take them to analyze that data. It's going to take a while. Somebody said they should print it up. They should fax it to them in black and white paper. Thank you, Victor. Oh, I didn't get Elon to sign it. This is Omar's Tesla, and Omar, I don't know whether it was at when they did the Third Row Tesla podcast or interview with Elon. At some point, Elon took out I think it was a Sharpie and signed the visor. Let me show that image again, just so people can see it. This is Elon's signature on the visor. This is Omar's announcement that he sold me his Tesla Model 3 in an auction. This is a video I did with Omar several months, maybe it's even a year ago now. We talked about, that's the vehicle right there. You can see it. The same vehicle right here. And then this is Omar talking to me in our interview a while back. You can see how happy we were. I just took a random shot of it. So where'd we go here? Let's see. Once public beta opens up, I bet the increase. It's possible that FSD price will go up. I think that's definitely possible. Omar got it signed at the interview at Willy Wonka's house. Not Willy Wonka. What's his name? Gene Wilder's house. Yes. The winning bid was $44,069. And by the way, slow mode is on for the chat just in case, because we've had some problems with people typing too many comments in the chat. So I read Green's post, and I think it's unclear what they meant. There's also something in there about them wanting every vehicle that was manufactured. There's one about vehicles sold in the US, but there's another part where it says manufactured. Oh, come on, Kev Z. It's never hard for a wife to criticize her husband. So, I'm thinking about, by the way, I want to thank the Vasa Law Firm in Sweden. Let me just quickly thank the Vasa Law Firm in Sweden, all my Patreon supporters. Hey, if you support this channel on Patreon, maybe we'll do something for Patreon supporters. I'm thinking about doing a get-together in Los Angeles for Patreon supporters, maybe a get-together somewhere else along the way back. I have a bunch of ideas, so if Patreon supporters contact me, we can try to set something up. That would be kind of cool. Let's see. If Tesla shares will be worth 100,000 plus in the future, how can you justify not using that money to buy more Tesla shares? So I have a lot of Tesla stock. And here's the thing. I could buy more Tesla stock. Sure. I'm not going to sell any Tesla stock to buy this vehicle, by the way. But I have a lot. And it's a large share of my net worth. And there's some level of rationality remaining in me that says I shouldn't be 100% Tesla. Like, we own this house. We own most of this house. And I didn't persuade my wife to take out a home equity loan on the house to buy more Tesla stock. My wife likes SUVs, so she's not going to want a Model 3. So, but my child, we have a child who's 16 who currently drives my Volkswagen Passat. My 16-year-old will be happy, I'm sure, to take my Model 3 when the time comes. Maybe 17 by the time that happens. Let's see. And I don't plan on selling it. Like I said, when it's time, hand it off to the kid, and the kid will have it and save it. The kid will have an interesting story to tell when somebody goes for a ride in the car. I do think it's something of a collector's item, but I think I'm not buying it as a collector's item. I'm not a big collector. I wanted a Tesla for a long time. We're heading to a certain point in our lives where it's time for my kid to be able to have her own car. So I'll get this car. My kid can use that car. That solves the trip to school. We have all issues with our carpool. This will make the kids going to school a lot easier, free up a lot of time for me. I spend like an hour a day waiting in line to pick up my kid to pick up do the carpool pickup. So now my kid can do that on their own. So what do I drive now? I drive a Volkswagen Passat 2018. It's a much better car for long drives because it goes like 700 miles on the highway. So the range is a huge difference. But, I'm going to stop every 3-4 hours anyway. So I don't see that as a big difference. I would probably do shorter stops. But, if you're going to drive 4 hours, you're going to want to stop for 15 minutes anyway. So you stop for 20 minutes and charge. Pretty close. It shouldn't be a big difference. And, most of my driving will be around town, and I'll get a charger in the house for the car, and now I'll never have to go to a gas station again, never have to get an oil change again, all the great things. Did I receive the invitation to vote? I voted early and I voted often. There was a vote. Sorry, for those who don't know, there's a Tesla shareholders got a notice to vote on, or proxy vote or whatever, on a variety of resolution for the shareholder meeting. I voted early and I voted often. I did vote 3 times because I have 3 different accounts with Tesla stock in them that I manage. 1 is mine and 2 are family accounts. Yeah, there were other people bidding. I don't know where I was going to stop. I think, maybe I should have stopped. Maybe I shouldn't have made the final bid, but I thought my bid at $420.69 should have stayed, but I'm okay that other people bid, and I played around with it. Please explain other Plaid models versus Model S Plaid. So, Model S Plaid is the vehicle that we've all seen on videos. It does 0 to 60 in 2 seconds flat, or close to 2 seconds flat, quarter mile at 155 miles an hour in 9.2 seconds or something like that. Model X Plaid is coming. Model X Plaid will be slower. Can you buy my signed Volkswagen Jetta? Sure, Aaron, send me an email for my signed Volkswagen Jetta. I'm already a member of Tesla's Owner Club of South Florida. I don't think they require me to be an actual owner to be in. I do stuff with the club occasionally. Model X Plaid 0 to 60 is 2.5 seconds instead of 2 seconds. Not as much range as the Model S because it's not as aerodynamic and it weighs more, but still good. I think the Model X Plaid has a 340-mile range instead of a 390-mile range for the S Plaid. I paid $44,069. $44,069. I was going to pay $42,069, but somebody outbid my $42,069 bid. Thank you, Opsar. So anyway, just really excited. For those who are new to this live stream, I'll just say it one more time. I'm buying a Tesla Model 3. Here's the winning bid, $44,069. So I'm getting my first Tesla. I've driven Model 3 performance before. I've driven Model Y long range before. I've ridden in FSD Beta 9.1 with Tesla Tino before. A lot. I rode it. I didn't drive it, but I rode in it a lot. Anyway, so it's this vehicle. It has Elon Musk's signature on the visor. I'm buying it from Omar Qazi, who I interviewed maybe a year ago. I forget how long ago it was. Omar, famous from Third Row Tesla podcast. Elon signed it for him. So let's see. Yeah, I'm not a drag race kind of guy. I'm not like a high performer. I used to drive fast, and I don't say I never drive fast, but does Elon's signature I think the value add is FSD. Like I don't know. People don't value FSD properly. That's a $10,000 option. If you buy a new Tesla, I'm getting it. I'm getting the whole car for $44,000. Try to find a 2018 Tesla Model 3 with FSD for under 50 grand. Good luck. I looked. I didn't see anything like that. Can I interview Omar before I go pick up the car? Well, I'll probably do something with Omar when I pick up the car. I mean, we're going to go to dinner. I'm going to buy him a nice dinner. Fancy sushi dinner is my plan. Maybe at Nobu, where Elon took the Cybertruck. We'll figure that out. But he's willing to go to dinner with me. I'm going to take him to dinner and thank him. I thank him for all he's done, frankly, for the Tesla movement, the EV movement. Omar's big. Yes, the FSD transfers. That's correct. Will I finance? Probably not. I'm probably just going to pay cash for it. Is this a donor car for your pod car? No, it is not a donor car for the pod car. I like your thinking, though. No. And the pod car, making progress. I have an engineering team. Team is probably the wrong word. I have engineers working on chassis design, and then we're going to move on to powertrain design. And we'll see how that goes. Cool. Excited. How long have we been going here? Just like a half hour? I don't know if I have that much more to say. Started 8:30. We're about a half hour. All right, I just wanted to do a quick video to announce my excitement. Yeah, one pedal driving. What I'm really excited about is I'm going to be doing a long drive, and I'm going to be able to do it on FSD or FSD beta, whatever I get. And I just love this. People have this investment advice. Look, I could margin and buy more stock too. I have a lot of Tesla stock. If Tesla stock goes where I think it's going to go, it really doesn't matter. Like, at a certain point, you have enough money. It really, like, I don't have that much money right now. My net worth is pretty good, but but if it doubles, if it triples, and I think it's going to 10x, right? If you guys follow me, I think Tesla's going to 10x probably within about 5 years. So there's a certain point where you just have so much money, it doesn't matter anymore. That's my take on it. Let's see, nickname for the car. I haven't thought of a nickname yet. I have to check with him. I don't know where Nobu is, honestly. I would guess it's in downtown Los Angeles, but I don't know. There's Korean restaurants in Torrance that I really like. There's sushi. There's great sushi all over Los Angeles. So wherever, but I'll let Omar pick the place. I pick it up in, I'm going to Starbase, flying to Starbase, then I'm flying to Austin, a few days at Starbase, a couple days in Austin, then I'm going to fly out to California, Los Angeles. My brother lives right near LAX airport, going to visit my brother, meet with Omar, pick up the car, drive it home. No, I'm not buying with Dogecoin. I don't have any Dogecoin. So it'll be mid to late September. Remove the suspension. It's not my pod car. Come on, that's silly. Any new t-shirt now being in Tesla? That's a good idea. Oh, by the way, somebody mentioned it. Thank you. The machine that builds the machine. Check out the t-shirt. It's at the top of the chat. You can go to elonbits.com. Thanks for your support. Support this channel on Patreon. Thanks to Vasa Law Firm. No, yes, the plan is, I don't know if I'm going to film the whole drive. It's going to be like a 40-hour drive. Yes, I'm giving the old car to my daughter. I don't know about filming the whole drive because it's such a long drive. 40 hours of driving plus. I will film parts of the drive for sure. Sean, I'm planning to, if I've posted on Patreon, if you are a Patreon supporter, I may try to arrange a get-together with Patreon supporters. So support the channel on Patreon. We can talk about that. Certainly somebody wants to buy us dinner at Nobu. I think we'd be interested in that. Send me an email if you're serious. So that would be very cool, but send me an email. What use would the X-Plaid be for you? So the X-Plaid is sort of like a cool, so I'm waiting for Cybertruck, right? This is what's really been going on is I've been waiting for Cybertruck and the wait's gotten too, I really thought there was a chance I would have Cybertruck by the end of this year. I've had an itch. I really want a Tesla. I want FSD. I ordered FSD on the Cybertruck. So no, the daughter does not. The daughter hates the Cybertruck. She hates the look. She doesn't like it at all. Thank you, Mitchell. I actually lost about 5 pounds and I'm working on losing more, but that's a long story. So if you follow me on Twitter, you'll notice my meals have had no carbs in them. I posted a couple pictures of food with no carbs. The machine that built the visor. I haven't thought of a name for the car. I don't. Do people name their Teslas? I never even thought of that. I haven't named a car. I don't know if I've ever named a car. Maybe I'll do a YouTube live while I'm driving the car. I'm not sure, but I don't know if it's appropriate to live stream while driving. I think that might be pushing it a little bit. I might live stream from a supercharger, let's say. That would make a lot of sense to do live stream. I might do live streams from superchargers. That would be a good plan. So, use for the X-Plaid. So, I'm thinking about doing this series of videos where I use Teslas to tow different trailers and we can see which trailers are best for which Tesla. So, I'll have this Model 3. I'm not going to do a lot of towing with the Model 3 because the Model 3 really isn't made for towing, but I'll probably get a hitch, aftermarket hitch, and tow some lightweight trailers. You know, travel trailers, like if you're going to go camping, if you're going to go on a trip and you want to go on an RV trailer. So I already have pretty sure the first trailer I'm going to drive will be in late October. I'll drive some trailers with the Model 3. Then I'm hoping to drive some trailers with my friend's Model Y, drive some trailers with the Model X Plaid when I get it. And then, of course, drive trailers, tow some trailers with the Cybertruck when I get it. And to give people an idea of what your options are when you're driving a trailer, when you're towing a trailer with your Tesla, because Teslas are really range sensitive and trailers have a really big impact on range. So what kind of trailer do you want to get? There's teardrop trailers, there's others. There's this particular trailer I'm really interested in called Trail Matter. I think it's worth trying. It's so funny that so many people are quick to give diet advice. I love that. I did get a tweet from Aaron Greenspan of Plain Sight making some kind of complaint about me buying Omar's car. I can't imagine a judge is going to stop me from buying the car. I tweeted back to him, hey, let me know what relief you want and maybe we can work something out so that you don't need to bother the judge. Don't get hitched. Why not get hitched, Ivan? I seriously think you'll start to get more subscribers now. Well, I think the interesting question there, Crikes, is my channel wasn't built on me driving a Tesla. So will me driving a Tesla be appealing to the people who already came to watch the channel when I wasn't driving a Tesla? But, the reality is I'm making videos about stuff I'm excited about. And right now I'm excited about Tesla stock. And right now I'm really excited about getting my Tesla. That's like a big deal to me. So very, very excited about that. But there's this challenge for you. Those who don't know, for YouTubers, there's the challenge. What do you do? Do you, let's say you've made videos of a certain style for a long time and you get tired. I'm not tired of what I'm doing, by the way, but you have ideas for different kinds of videos. Is it risky to do different kinds of videos on your channel? If you follow my channel, you know I do different videos sometimes. So doing videos about, and nice to see Ryan Tanaka in the audience, finance the car. Why does everybody think I need financial advice? It's just so comical. It's so comical that you guys think I need financial advice. I'm doing okay. Doing okay. Oh, that's hilarious. And I just want to say really quick on diet advice. I believe that each individual is different. Different people benefit from different diets. I personally find I benefit from a low-carb diet. A low-carb diet with meat is fine. I don't need to do a vegan diet, whatever, blah, blah. I have dieted before, and it has worked when I've eaten low-carb, including meat. I love bacon. If I'm going to diet and I get to eat bacon on the diet, then it's a good diet. Now, if it comes along that Impossible Foods or Beyond Meat comes up with a plant-based bacon and it's good enough, cool, I'll do it. What is this, Ivan? My friends told me you waited till 58 to ask a girl called Heike. I have no idea what you're talking about. I have no idea what that means. I looked at Casita Trailer Night Trekker. I think there's an interesting trailer called Polydrops P17A. That's a really small teardrop trailer. There's a trailer called Trail Manor, which is a much larger trailer, but it folds down. So it actually has very low frontal surface area, which is important for drag. I actually reached out to somebody today about possibly doing aerodynamic simulations of different Teslas and different trailers together to see if we can learn something from that. I think there's a lot of interesting ideas here. So that's one thing I want to do. Then, Am I going to get a trailer and actually own one with the Model X Plaid or with the Cybertruck and go on road trips and do videos about that, which would be a big swing from what I'm doing with the channel now. Auction to be Warren's co-pilot. I wouldn't inflict. I'm actually worried, like, if somebody came with me on the whole trip, would they just be annoyed after a while riding with me? Like, I don't know if people get 40 hours in the car with me. Are you crazy? My friend Brian offered, and I'm flattered, but like, you seriously want to spend 40 hours in a car with me? I think you'd get sick of me. If people are different, then you don't think studies on other people are relevant to you. I read books about dieting. I just tried different diets, and I found out that this worked. I was vegetarian. It didn't work. I tried vegetarian. Towing. So it's towing. It's somebody said this. Who is this? Opzar says, was it Opzar? No, Chris Anders says, you towing a trailer with a Tesla will get you more subscribers. Well, so no, what I was thinking was, I'm not worried about subscribers, by the way. I'm happy to have more subscribers. By the way, for those who don't know this, it's really, what's really important isn't subscribers, is that it's views, that people actually watch the videos and they watch long. Average, how many times they watch it, how many people watch the videos and how long they watch them. You can have a lot of subscribers and not have a great result, because if the subscribers get tired of you, then it actually hurts your channel. So that's tricky. If you do too many channels that are off your main thing, you might like burn your old subscribers, and then do they stick with you when you change? That's a tough one. Fasting, I'm trying not to eat lunch, Hassan. That's one thing I'm trying to do. Either eat a very light lunch or no lunch. That's sort of like fasting a little bit. Make an NFT of the visor. That's not bad. I don't know anything about NFTs, but maybe. Kind of breaks, but not that we're all completely different. It's just some of us this works for, some of that works for. I don't know. We're gonna do car meetups. I think there are meetups. Yeah. So yes, I really believe that this drive with FSD is going to be so much better than an ordinary drive. I'm really pleased. I think the car seats in a Tesla Model 3 are great. So that's going to be fun. It's got a premium sound system. Hopefully I'll be able to get Omar's techno off it and be able to listen to my classic rock on it, probably with Amazon. I have Amazon Music or whatever. Yes, Jeff Bezos is going to be playing in my car. Bezos. It has 70,000 miles, I think. 75,000 miles. You don't get to choose what nutrients your body needs. One meal. Everybody's got their own approach. Hey, I do what works for me. I really pretty much follow the South Beach diet. If anyone look up the book, The South Beach Diet, I think it's a great book. All I can say is I've tried that diet. It worked for me. I'm trying it again. Any luck you might meet Elon, or is the car just signed by him? No, Elon signed the car for Omar Qazi, the current owner. So that's, everyone is genetically different. So I don't know if it's genetics. Who knows? Whatever works. Cool. All right, I'm very excited. So just to be clear, let me just really quick. I'm gonna wrap up pretty quick, but just really quick for those who are watching now. I just agreed to buy Omar Qazi's. I haven't paid for it yet. I paid an auction fee to buy this car. I'm gonna fly out to Los Angeles and buy it from Omar. This car has Elon Musk's signature on it. Not the thing I'm most excited about, but it is pretty cool. Has FSD, which I'm really excited about. It's a long-range Model 3, so it's got more range, so I'm excited about that. About 300 miles now after all the use it's had. It'll probably dip down to 290 or 280 over the next few years, but it's good. I'm only going to own this for about a year before I hand it off to my daughter while I get a Cybertruck. Maybe even less than that if the Model X Plaid comes. I'm buying it from Omar Qazi. Omar is somebody I interviewed on my channel a ways back. You can see how happy we were. It was a really good interview. Check out the channel, search for Omar. And the plan going forward is that I'm going to, flying out to Starbase was already part of the plan. I'm going to be making videos from Starbase, Texas, Boca Chica, South Padre Island. Flying up to Austin, going to make a video at Giga Texas, checking to see what else is around in Austin, Texas, to see if there's anything else, that's Elon related there. Then I'm going to fly to Los Angeles, pick up the car from Omar. We're going to go out to a nice sushi dinner. I'm going to see my brother who lives right there, right by LAX airport. Then I'm going to start the drive back. Haven't figured out the plans for the drive back yet. Will my brother go with me part way? Will Omar go with me part way? Will I go somewhere else on the way, or will I just go straight back to Florida? A lot of different things are going to come into play that affect what plans I make. Probably going to try to stop in Tucson to see old friends of mine. Bunch of things like that. Did I see the video of using pucks under a Tesla to rotate the tires? No. But yeah, I mean, a new long range Model 3 would have more range, right? That's the one thing I'm losing is this one's going to have about 300 miles of range left, maybe 295 or something like that. A new Model 3 long range would have 340 or 350 miles of range. So, but I'm handing it off to my daughter, and she's not going to be going on that many long trips. She's going to college soon. So, you know, how many long trips is she going to do? So, how long until Starship booster launches? So, Eric Berger thinks it'll be maybe late October, or sometime in November before they launch. We're waiting for the FAA to approve the launch, and we just don't know how long that's going to take. What's with the court thing with your new Model 3? I don't know what the court thing is. If you're talking about plain sight, we'll see. All right. So, okay. So, thank you everyone for watching. We're like, I didn't really want to do a long video. I just wanted to do a short video to tell you I'm really happy. I'm really excited. Please support the channel on Patreon. Super stickers if you want to give super sticker. If you support the channel on Patreon and you live somewhere between Los Angeles and Florida and you want to get together with me, maybe we'll try to set up some meetups. Los Angeles, Tucson, Houston. I'm not sure where. We'll try to set something up. If there's anybody in Starbase, Texas or Austin, Texas, might try to do Patreon meetups there. I think that would be a really cool thing to do. So